Hello, how's it going? Hopefully, all of you are doing very, very well. Today, we're doing a reaction video. Hey, how about that? It's been a while since we last did one of these, but it is for a good reason, because this is something that is very meaningful to me, and that is LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So, there's a lot of comments on this big 6-minute gameplay overview for The Skywalker Saga. Apparently, the game is looking really, really good. I mean, I've been paying minimal amounts of attention to this because I kind of want to go into the game blind, right? This is supposed to be like the ultimate LEGO Star Wars game that has episode 1 all the way to episode 9 and some spin-offy stuff in there with costumes and characters that you can play as. But yeah, the game is looking pretty awesome, and that's back in the day, like a few years ago when it was announced, right? And now, seemingly, there's a bunch of improvements, and the game looks better, and now they're going to go deep into what the mechanics are going to be like, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this game looks like. I have a lot to say, but I'll probably keep it until after the reaction, so, you know, if there's any questions or doubts, it'll probably be answered here, because a trailer this long only means that they're just going to go in depth on some stuff, so let's just do it. Let's look at this. 6 minutes, 12 seconds of beautiful Star Wars goodness. Oh, there we go. Had to load up the quality in there. Oh, copyright music. I'm gonna get a content ID for sure.
A Jedi is twisted by the dark side.
Is twisted by the dark. Oh yes, they're showing everything. I love the texture of the Lego pieces. It looks so nice. Oh,
epic story of all 9 films in the biggest
that's cool.
video game yet.
Oh, this. Let me just pause it. Let me pause it in the perfect moment. Yeah, like right there. That's like a desktop wallpaper right there. Or like a virtual desktop where like you can see the lightsaber shining and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. You see everything. Of course, Rey is like the latest and greatest protagonist character, so of course she's right there at the center. I'm sure there's gonna be some people that are gonna complain and get mad and say, well, why is Rey at the top, huh? You know, because people just don't really like her in the movies. And I think she's alright, you know? I'm not gonna say that, you know, she's not like a little overpowered or anything, but she was a fun character. I liked her okay, you know? But it is a little weird to see Luke just kind of at the bottom, you know, like he's a side character or not really like the main dude. But yeah, you know, we got Ewoks, we got Jar Jar Binks down there, General Grievous. Yeah, I really love LEGO Star Wars because it doesn't really take itself super seriously, right? I mean, it has the epic music and all that stuff, but like, they know who the people like, right? You got Mace Windu, they want to show a big variety of lightsaber colors here. Darth Maul people like, Boba Fett, Kylo Ren, and then they just poke fun at silly stuff, right? Like showing Padme over here, and that other lady, then Han Solo, the freaking Captain Phasma, I think. Yeah, they just show a bunch of different characters, right? And then the Ewoks and Jar Jar have to be here just to fool around, right? Darth Vader. Oh my god, already I love it. After the Lego movie, I've always fallen in love with that kind of animation where they kind of cut the frames in half, where it kind of feels like all stop motion-y. It's not actually stop motion, but it just looks like it, right? Like, yeah. I love it. So Star Wars and New Hope, yeah, so look at that. They're just showing you all of the episodes right here, and they're locked, right? So you're probably gonna have to play through the whole story in order, right? Although, I did watch, like, the first 2 minutes of this. Yeah, like, it was, like, at around here that I stopped watching it, and I said, okay, I gotta record myself. But I think they say that you can decide in what, like, saga, like, in what trilogy you want to start off with, right? If you want to start with episode 1, or 4, or 7, right?
Adventures start by picking the trilogy of your choice.
Yeah, there we go.
Fighting off the first.
I feel so weird seeing The Force Awakens on here because there was a whole, like, individual game. Just one full game that was just The Force Awakens. And so it's just really weird seeing it here. Like, is it going to be the same as the other PS4 game? I can only imagine it's going to be like a summarized, truncated version of The Force Awakens in and of itself, and not really like a compressed version of that other game, right? Because I played the demo for that one, and this already feels really different, right? I also, just look at the details, right? On the little Lego piece, there's like wear and tear, like on the edges. There's a little bit of white around here. The hair, it looks like it's been screwed around. It looks like scraped and stuff. That's probably gonna be my favorite part. And I'm not really the kind of guy to really obsess over graphics. I think it's usually kind of stupid to be like, game doesn't run at 120 frames. Yeah, no buy from me, right? But it's not about that, right? It's not about how realistic it looks, or like how much is this gonna like break my graphics card or something, right? It's good art direction, right? And so the art direction here is that we want this to look like it's like a little child playing with Legos, right? And not just Legos, but like worn out old Legos, right? To kind of add to the nostalgia of it, right? And so it's just really fun looking, because not only does this look very close, if not identical, to those GameCube and PS2 games that I used to play as a kid, but, you know, it feels new, because it just has that graphical upgrade. It has that detail. You can see right here, like the light kind of shining out of the hair and stuff. It's just those smaller details that make this just look, oh, so good. So they have health bars. I like that. I appreciate the health bars on the enemies. Maybe there'll be an option to turn it off just so that it doesn't take you out of the game too much. But I like that. I like knowing, because I play a lot of RPGs. I'm a big RPG fan. And so seeing the health bar and seeing how much it takes for me to beat them, that's what I like. I love that the level select animates. Yes, Qui-Gon. Can I just say, I'm sorry, look. I need to say this. I have not really played LEGO Star Wars since, like, the GameCube and PS2 ones, right? And even now, when I revisit those games, it's like on a PSP emulator or something like that, right? So, like, I still have this vision of those old, like, GameCube games, right? And seeing this with, like,
Qui-Gon and his young
you know, like, totally, like, redesigned and stuff, and it's the same, like, little models and stuff, but it's, totally, like, revamped environments, right? It's impressive. When you think Lego, it's like, how much better can you make it look, right? Other than just making it look like Lego. But no, it looks so much shinier and nicer and smoother, and, it really reminds me of that Minecraft mod where all of the blocks are Lego. It's kind of like that, you know, they installed that mod for LEGO Star Wars. And then, like, just... the lightsaber, dude, the lightsaber just has that glow, you know, that HDR glow.
where it all began, as Leia sends R2-D2 and
Yeah, look at that.
on a mission that will change the course of the
Obviously, it looks a little bit more cinematic, right, as opposed to how it was in the other games. I think, you know, when those LEGO games came out, I don't think they ever expected it to be so beloved, right? I on the surface, it kind of looks like, okay, movie type, excuse me, like basic, like cash grab movie tie-in stuff, right? It does the typical thing of like, oh, it's on PS2, it's on Nintendo Wii, it's on Game Boy, you know, like they just put it on every platform because that's what movie license stuff does. It's gonna be crap, yeah, sure, some people are gonna be nostalgic about it, right, when they get older, but in general, it's whatever, right? That's like playing Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 2, right? It's a good game, but at the end of the day, it's just an ad, right, for the movie. And so, this was kind of like an ad for the Star Wars movies. But no, they ended up being really, really good, and they had a lot of content and a lot of love and affection put into it. And now they're just, like, doing the absolute maximum, like, ultimate spirit bomb, like, one final going out with a bang, right, with the LEGO Star Wars games. Now, you know, if there's gonna be more Star Wars movies, there's obviously gonna be a LEGO version of it, right? But, like, this is just... you know, the ultimate of ultimate Star Wars thing, you know, just in general, and not even in terms of LEGO Star Wars, but in terms of Star Wars games, this might be the ultimate Star Wars game, because it just includes all the movies and has all the characters, right? It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z, like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, right? That's like the ultimate Dragon Ball game, because it has all of the stories, it has all of the story arcs, and it has all of the characters and all of their forms, right? Just everything packed into one game, right? There's just gonna be so much value to it.
Whatever era you choose,
all of the sounds.
The entire saga,
yeah, oh god.
hilarious fun, only LEGO games.
Hilarious fun. Yeah, and of course they're gonna be silly with it. That's gonna be my favorite part, is that they're just gonna like low-key roast all of the parts of the Star Wars movies, right? Even that precious original trilogy that everybody loves, and I love too, right? But I love when they make fun of it.
Across the galaxy, LEGO Star Wars
yeah, Clone Wars. Didn't they make like an entire LEGO game about the Clone Wars? I forgot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it on my PSP. Where, like, you can play, like, you start the game off playing as Yoda, going on some jungle plays. Yeah, it's based on, like, the animated series and stuff. That's a bunch of stuff that I'm not really aware of, but I heard, that's also really cool.
Many thrills of your favorite battles. New combat mechanics allow for greater mastery as you
look at that.
And defeat enemies.
Oh my god, are we gonna get like Batman Arkham Asylum combat? Because that would be really cool. I remember obviously in the older games, it was so slow and just kind of basic. The most complex things you could do was to hold down the button to like guard, right? And then pick a direction where you can kind of like shimmy and move around while you're guarding, you know? And so to actually be able to rack up combos and stuff, and maybe that'll differ based on the character, obviously, right? Because not everybody has a lightsaber, not everybody has force powers. So they're gonna get creative with this. Oh, that's cool. Now this reminds me of the episode 3, the Revenge of the Sith game, that also where you were like racking up combos and stuff. Ah, I just love these little details, man. Yeah, I killed a little droid. Attack all these little aliens. Yeah, doing all these flips. Blocked? What? There's like little text that kind of shows you details of what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, it's giving you like the amount. It's almost like an action RPG. It's giving you the amount of damage that you're dealing, and then what is being blocked and what's not. That looks edited. That looks like they went onto like, you know, Adobe Premiere and they edited the text into the footage of the game after the fact. It doesn't look like it's in the game, you know? I feel like maybe I'm gonna want an option where I can just get rid of all of this, right? Get rid of the health bars and get rid of all the text, right? Because that I can see that being intrusive. It doesn't look like it's in the game. It looks like it's just overlaid on top of it, right? Like somebody just edited like text on top of the footage. You know, and there's a lot of like, you know, if you play RPGs and stuff, there's a lot of like numbers and text and stuff that appears in game that just feels really natural, right? And here it just really doesn't. It just looks like just bare text on top of that. This is episode 6, obviously. I just love how the lightsabers look, man. It's impressive how you can make them look even better. You can see Jabba's palace in the background and stuff. So much detail. Oh my god, really? R2 is actually going to be useful for fighting. In the original games, it was just a character that you would switch to like hack doors and stuff. But yeah, like, look at that. You can just grab somebody and smash him. Or Darth Maul. I'm seeing some like newer, different kinds of droids and stuff. Some like black and white droids that I don't remember. Yeah, what are these ones? I guess these are all Empire stuff. Yeah, you're Darth Maul fighting in the Empire. So yeah, this is one of the things that I really love, is that the Lego Star Wars games, when you have free play on or whatever, it's like, screw the canon. You can have like young Obi-Wan fighting against Kylo Ren or whatever, you know? Yeah, you can be a Tusken Raider. Look at that. Look at this UI. Yeah, very simplified. You can see your points, combos, and what are those, like your Lego stubs when you keep getting Lego pieces, getting money. Padme's ship. What kind of character you're controlling, I guess. And there we go. Like, depending on what character you're playing as, it could be like an action game, or you can be playing like a third-person shooter, right? Yeah, look at that. The snow and stuff. Ah, I love the wear and tear on the Lego pieces, man. So cool. Very cool.
And if things get too intense, take cover and assess the risks and opportunities.
Yeah.
When the time is right, take your
cover-based shooting. Yeah, this looks fun.
Because after all,
that's cool. That's cool. If you shoot them in the foot, they like react to it. It's like, oh, it's like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, where like if you slash somebody's leg off, they'll actually react to the body part that you get rid of.
Because after all, there's no
Lando.
good blaster at your side.
Yep. Yeah, these cutscenes are gonna be so cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, God, look at this. Is so, like, unsubtle. This is, like, Clone Wars stuff. Yeah, just the pictures in the back. I love this. I love this.
Stage as you wield against the saga's most
Ooh, I saw her, like, throw the lightsaber. This is, Last Jedi stuff.
like a Jedi Knight,
Yeah.
or someone still not
Grievous with, like, 4 lightsabers all at once. I love it. I love it when they just make noises. I know that there's gonna be voice dialogue in here, but I like that a lot of it is just gonna be like, you know, people just making little silly noises. There we go. Ooh. I don't remember Obi-Wan from episode 2 looking like this. They kind of improved his model. He looks really cool now.
Remember, the Force is everywhere.
Oh, gonna be a whole training segment. How much you want to bet that Luke Skywalker with Yoda on top of him. That's gonna be like a whole entire like separate character, right? That's not gonna be just for this level. You're gonna be able to choose Luke Skywalker, and then Luke, and then in parentheses Dagobah, and then in parentheses Dagobah with Yoda. You know?
Its power to lift objects,
Yeah.
attack enemies, or influence others.
Wait. Are you able to actually move around and control the objects as you... Because if that's like how you did it in The Force Unleashed, that was the big selling point of The Force Unleashed at the time, where you could do like super powerful... You would have like full control of your Force powers, right? Where like you would hold down the R2 button, you would like flip and rotate and move stuff around and push enemies and whatnot. That was a really fun part of the game. And so if they're going to integrate that and have it apply to, you know, here to these Lego pieces where you can maybe potentially move and throw enemies and move objects and stuff instead of like in the originals where you would just hold down the button and everything would just kind of do itself. That'll be really cool. It seems to me that they're kind of grabbing many aspects of many different Star Wars movies and just kind of fusing it all, taking all of the best parts and putting it all into one game, right? They're taking the Force powers from Force Unleashed. They're taking like the basic action, you know, stuff from like other games like the Episode 3 game and whatnot. They're taking some like third-person shooter stuff in there. Obviously, like a Budokai Tenkaichi 3 kind of aspect to it, where they just have every character from every movie ever, you know?
Attack enemies.
There we go. I love this, like a little Wookiee. Hey, wet floor. Oh, man. It's just the little details, right? Speaking of details, you're here in, like, what, like Tatooine and stuff? You're old Obi-Wan. And there's, like, a lot of sand right here on the edges of his cape. And here on, like, this big buffalo's, like, beard and feet. They're all, like, dirtied up with sand. These stormtroopers as well are, like, all dirtied up. I love it. I love that they're not just like these super clean and pristine Lego figures, right? They have wear and tear to them. Right, you can distract people, use Force powers.
By progressively unlocking planets.
Yeah, and there's gonna be... I love that the statues... Yeah, this is like the very end, right? This is episode 9. I love seeing little angry Lego people.
Unlocking planets as you journey your...
Yeah, episode 1, episode 5... Yeah, oh my god, that's so cool. I really wonder how open these levels are gonna be.
Just open the holo projector to...
Yeah, look at that! These are all of the planets. Like, are you actually able to just, like, freely just explore everything? Yeah, 52%. Is that, like, you know, you've unlocked... Like, this is only half? Well, maybe these are all of the planets, right? That you have unlocked. But, like, in terms of, like, missions and stuff that you can do, like, I think this is just, like, general game completion as opposed to, like, levels, right? Because it'd be crazy if it was like, no, there's still, like 20 other planets that you can go to. That'd be crazy.
To access the galaxy map.
No, I think...
Chart your course.
No, I think that's everything, but I think that's just completion stuff. Look at that black... That black, X-Wing. Oh my god, if they let you, like, customize... Because that's the whole thing about Lego, right? You can build your own stuff, right? In whatever way that you want, right? So, like, what's stopping you from just customizing your own Lego spaceship, right? And your own Lego character? That's something that they let you do, I think, in the second game, in Lego Star Wars 2, where in free mode, you could, like, customize your little Lego character, where it could have the legs of Darth Maul, and the body of Jar Jar, and the head of Greedo, and it would have, like, 4 lightsabers like General Grievous, right? And Force powers, so, like, you know, you can just have him be the most overpowered person ever, right? And so I'm really hoping that on top of the 300 characters, they give us at least, like, 1 slot to, you know, make our own, like, R2 with a lightsaber or something.
Travel comes with its own set of exciting encounters.
Look at that! And you can fly around? Dude, fuck No Man's Sky, you got this thing. Yeah! Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Yes, you can use Boba Fett's spaceship, of course. Oh my god, I was about to say, like, is it gonna be like No Man's Sky where you just, like, go down in real time on that planet? That would be mind-blowing. Yeah. They're just silly. Yeah, and here's the voice acting. Yeah, it seemed like there's gonna be some parts. What? Wait, did I just see, like, real-time strategy game stuff? This looks like a mini-game. This looks like for, like, 2 minutes, you're gonna be doing that. This is gonna be cool. All of the vehicle segments, man. Yeah, okay, this to me, immediately I thought, oh my god, did they shoved in like a strategy game into this? No. No. This is like one level where it's like, just press A to make the robots go boom boom. And so, yeah, this is like a 2-minute thing. Just for funsies. Yeah, this too. Look at that! The fire's like little Lego fire. I love it.
So you can charge in.
Yeah, wow.
Or find a more stealthy approach.
This is so cool. Oh, you can like... Wait, did they say that you can just tackle these levels in different ways?
Exciting levels, many with multiple routes to progress through.
Ooh.
So you can charge in boldly, or find a more stealthy approach.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and you know, when you play in free play or whatever, where you can just get a team of like nothing but like, you know, bounty hunters with no Jedi or anything, where like, oh, you know, your first run through, it was like a canon story kind of thing, right? So maybe you have to use the Force to like get a door open or something. But if you go through that level again, and then you can use whoever character you want, you have nothing but droids on your side, right? Then they have to leave it open so that you can find alternative paths for you to get into, right? Yeah, I like that a lot. I love these like crappy little like Lego things. The typical like Fisher-Price janitor equipment.
As you arrive at new destinations,
That's great.
choose to either continue.
Oh, is that Qui-Gon Jinn? He looks a lot older. I don't remember him having these gray hairs in episode 1. But yeah, it just looks so beautiful. How is it like this little like kid-friendly parody of Star Wars be like more accurate and loving to the source material than like actual like more serious Star Wars stuff? Like why? How?
Story.
Yeah, probably because, you know, when you try to make a serious Star Wars thing, people get their heads so shoved up far up their own ass, and they try to make everything be canon and try not to disturb all the other stuff. But here, like, they just totally reimagine everything, right? And they joke about all of the aspects. Like, silly, like, the robot has, like, a little taxi hat, like, you know, but it still has all of the big, the enormity and the detail of everything.
More iconic and
Look at that.
expand
Even the crappy parts of the movies look good.
planets from the
Yeah, the Jar Jar place.
from the forest moon of Endor to
Django
the desert
Fett.
dunes of Tatooine. Get closer to the action.
Yeah.
Most visually breathtaking Lego game.
Wow. And like the little, like, just the idle animations look so cool too. This really is, as I said, this is not just going to be the ultimate Lego game, but like the ultimate Star Wars game in general, you know? For me, my favorite Star Wars game is like Star Wars Pinball on Nintendo Switch. I have like almost 100 hours on Star Wars Pinball. And here, like, I feel like it's going to be the same. I'm just going to, like, 100% complete this whole thing. And I'm not really that much of a completionist, right? But when a game really means that much to me, this is the kind of game that I kind of want to get together and play with others, right? And just complete it all the way and unlock everything. Maybe even get the DLC for this, you know?
Go off the beaten
It's just, it's worth it, right? Because you can just tell when developers care about the game that they're making, right? This doesn't feel like a cynical cash grab. It really does feel like they were trying to pack in as much as they possibly could into one game, right? And they delayed this game like 2 or 3 times, right? Technically, this game was supposed to come out, I think, like 1.5 years ago, but they've delayed it and they've stayed quiet about it. And now they're showing us this, and you can tell where all of the work went into, right? You can tell where that 1.5 years went into to making the game just look amazing.
Take on side missions. Everything from bullseye and womp rats, facing
Yeah.
off against scum and villainy,
Bunch of mini games and stuff. Just did Chewbacca just did like a Street Fighter? Did he just do like a Shoryuken at that guy?
facing off against scum and villainy,
Shoryuken.
pondering the great mysteries of the saga.
Oh my God! Little dialogue for like side cut. Look at that. Look at how dirty these stormtroopers are. And of course, they're gonna go into like not necessarily memes, but you know, running jokes in the Star Wars community. Who shot first? Yeah, obviously, it can't be a silly parody Star Wars game with spoken dialogue without people going, "Who shot first? I have a bad feeling about this. There's always a bigger fish." They're gonna quote everything. Oh God, and there's 2 of them that. I love it. Yes, and he just throws the gun at him. Yeah, that's exactly what I want, right? When they're not necessarily telling the fans to go screw themselves, but they just like through the action, through the cutscenes, they're just like laying out just how stupid and silly it is, right? Like they can make fun of it without insulting people. I love it. I love it. The perfect punch on it is to be like, fucking just throw the gun. Who cares?
Explore the galaxy.
I would have loved it if like his head come flying off or something, and like the buddy's there looking for his head. That's something that I like. If there's anything that I could add to this, is that they should really take advantage of the fact that they're Lego pieces, right? That their arms can pop off and it's not really a problem, right? They can just put their arm back together, or like, you know, if you're Luke Skywalker and your arm gets chopped off by Darth Vader, you know, like, the surgery for the new arm, it's just, oh, here's like a gray robot-looking arm, and, you know, they just put it in there. Oh, okay, I have a new arm, right? I really want to see more, Lego characters just kind of break apart into different pieces, right? Where's my head? Oh, here's my head, and it's like a Jar Jar head. No, that's not right, you know, just stuff like that.
The greater the reward.
I wonder, I really haven't seen any, wait, what was that? Is that an Xbox Series S?
Galaxy, the greater the reward.
It looks like an Xbox, you know, like the Series S has like a big, like, black circle. That console looks like a speaker. And that, isn't that, yeah, that's just an Xbox Series S. But yeah, like, I haven't really seen any of the characters, like, die or anything. I remember in the original games, even in, like, the Game Boy Advance game, when you die, you like, explode into, like, a pile of Lego bricks. So, like, I kind of want to see that happen, too, in this one. Maybe they won't go that far. The Star Wars brand is so precious that maybe they won't have, you know, like, you know, Princess Leia explode into a million pieces, but they've done it before.
Across a range of unique character classes.
Oh god, skill trees.
Using a scavenger's net launcher to
You can upgrade your stuff. Look at that.
sensing opportunities
Assassin's
for
Creed all up in here.
scoundrel.
Yeah, they all have so many different abilities. It's not just shoot gun and swing sword.
Grenades as a bounty hunter.
Oh boy, I can see that bounty hunter one being. Yeah! You see what I just said? It's like, just do fun stuff, or you just like fall apart and stuff, and that's literally what just happened.
Bounty hunter, or putting your better half to work as a protocol droid.
Yes! Of course, and it makes sense as well because they're robots or whatever, right? So,
Each upgrade makes your characters.
I love it. I love that they just go silly with it, that they just don't care. Yes, you can throw them! Oh my god.
Characters to unlock.
Can't they just make like a Lego version of the Force Unleashed? That'd be cool too. Oh, dude, if they have like a Lego version of like Star Killer or whatever, of the protagonist of Jedi Fallen Order and Force Unleashed, and like that the other Jedi that appear in those games, that'd be so cool. You know, they don't even have to be a part of the story or appear in cutscenes. Just let me play as those guys, right? There's gonna be like Mandalorian DLC, right? So like, just do it. Just have everybody in here. You know, do stuff from like the Christmas special or something.
Corner of the saga and live out your greatest.
Yeah. You could. That's the happiest I've ever seen Jabba the Hutt.
Corner of the saga and live
Look at
out
that.
your greatest Star Wars.
You can be a gonk droid or whatever. It literally just looks like a square Lego block.
Saga lets you relive your
Yeah.
favorite moments from all 9 films.
Ah, looks so cool.
And new adventures like never before.
The animations, man. Yeah, because in the original, everybody just kind of ran, right? They all had their default running animation, but it's also unique to everybody, right? Like Jar Jar, yeah, he's a dumbass. They're just gonna make him look as stupid as possible. And this, like, is this a cutscene? Right, that I can imagine that being like a quick time event, right? Like just rapid tap the X button and they're just doing that, right?
On April 5th.
Oh, April. Oh, I did not even think about the release date watching this.
Like never before. On
There we go. That's not super far off, you know. It's January now. It's about to end. We're about to go into February. So yeah, January, February, March, and April. So yeah, we got a couple of months. Which means that we might get maybe a little bit more trailers before that happens. Definitely a launch trailer. But yeah, I'm already sold, man. I'm already super down to play this. I'm not really one to pre-order games. I am vehemently against pre-ordering games. But this one, maybe. Because it just seems like a game that really deserves it, right? Like, the people behind it just care. Look at this. You know, they have the whole episode 2 chase scene in here with all the details of the city, and you can control it freely. Yeah. Even the detail on, like, Kylo Ren's lightsaber, where it's all, like, fuzzy and stuff.
the galaxy is yours.
And supposedly you can just, yeah, look at this. You're just freely going through the Death Star. Luke Skywalker, rebel pilot. Yeah, look at this. It's just so good. There's just so much love here. And and supposedly you can just freely just explore all of these planets at your own pace whenever you want. I'm assuming like you're gonna have to follow the story, or you're gonna have to follow the canon of the story at some point. But I think like after the story, after you finish episode 1, you can just go to all of the episode 1 planets or whatever, right? Or after you beat the entire, I feel like the best part of the game is going to be when you just finish all the canon story stuff and you just go free play. And it's like, okay, here's a bunch of side quests. Here's all of the characters. You can just explore everywhere and go crazy, right? It almost makes me want like an MMO version of this, right? Where you can just like visit a planet and there's like a bunch of other people there that you can play with.
Trust your feeling.
Look at that, exactly like in the movie. Bah, the Lego pieces, yes! Oh my god. Yeah, the Skywalker Saga is so good, man. Who would have thought that these Lego games would be so awesome? Enter code, Galaxy Rave television mode, Mumble mode, comedy weapons? What? No way. Ha ha ha. Ay, 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 ay. Wow. So they actually listened to what people were saying. So, like that's what I was saying and what a bunch of other fans were saying, that, that people didn't really like voice-acted dialogue in the Lego games. That a really big part of the charm of the Lego Star Wars games, and even like the Indiana Jones games and one of the Batman games, was that there was no dialogue, right? It was like a universal experience where everybody from everywhere could just play these games because the Lego pieces would just like pantomime everything. One of my favorite parts of Lego Star Wars 2, like in that scene with Darth Vader and Luke, is that when he reveals that he is Luke's father, he doesn't say, "I am your father," or anything like that. He like does like, "Me, you," and then he pulls out a picture. Like, literally, oh, look, and there's a picture of, like, Anakin before he turns into Darth Vader, and Padme, and, like, a little baby is like, me, that's you, just through sheer, like, just hand gestures, and Luke is like, nah, and just, like, jumps off, right? I love how, because they have these limitations, they become really clever with it, and it becomes funny and very memorable, right? And so, this is not exactly that, but, you know, they're giving us a mode where if you want the whole game to just be characters to be like, you know, like, you can do that, right? Obviously, there's other more visual stuff that was involved with that. But this is cool, right? And it makes me want to, like, play the game twice, right? I'll play it once with all the dialogue, and then I'll play it twice with the mumble mode. And, like, look, it looks like there's other cheats and stuff that you can activate, right? Like comedy weapons, rainbow effect, retro mode, GNK civilians, galaxy rave, like everybody's dancing and stuff. So like, you know, if this was any other company, all of this would be like DLC that you would have to pay for, right? But like the cheats are actually in the game. Yo boy, I can see. I really want to see like behind the scenes footage of like the voice actors just going hello, boo. This is like when you're watching an Oni Place episode and they just don't care about the cutscenes and they just like say just like gibberish. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I'm gonna want to play this in like the best graphics possible, I think. This is gonna be on, yeah, so Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC. I'm tempted to do Switch, but I don't feel like it'll run that well. I think I'm gonna end up going for maybe the PS4 version. Obviously, the graphics look really nice, but I don't know, like, how intensive is that going to be on PC? I'm thinking of maybe getting it on PC. That'll probably be the best way, because then people are going to be able to mod the game and stuff and add more stuff to it. If I had a PlayStation 5, I would not doubt about buying it on a PlayStation 5. But, it might be either PS4 or PC for me. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, what? What's up? What? Darth Vader, confirmed. Oh, Deluxe Edition, Skywalker Saga, okay. 7 character packs? Yeah, there we go. There's the Mandalorian thing. Oh, what is this, like Rogue One? And Bad Batch stuff? Character collection bundle. Luke Skywalker with blue milk minifigure. Yes! For the physical copy of the game only. Wow. So you can actually get like a real Lego of Luke Skywalker drinking blue milk. If you get the physical edition. And the deluxe edition on top of that. I mean, I might get it, honestly. I can't remember the last time I got like a physical copy of a game. Because I only buy physical copies when a game really matters to me, right? Like, I got Doom 2016 physical copy, I have Nier Automata physical copy, I have Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, I have it on a physical disc, which, you know, it's a little, doesn't really make sense, right? It's online only and stuff. Even if I'm offline, the disc doesn't do anything, but I feel like this is the kind of game that might actually be worth it for me to buy it physical and get the blue milk Luke Skywalker figurine and stuff. Is there more or is this it? I feel like, yeah, it's gonna end. We got 2 seconds left. Yeah, but it looks like they're gonna add more characters here. They didn't really go into detail. Yeah, character packs. Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2. Okay, so that's split up into different parts. Right there in tiny text, I can see Bad Batch, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and what is the other one? Classic stuff, Trooper, something. Yeah, the text is too tiny. Is it in the description or something? I know that you can already look at this like on Steam or something. This looks insanely fun. So stoked for April the 5th. Great looking work here. The Lego game we've all been waiting for. Yeah, man, this looks really cool. I'm very happy to see what this ended up looking like. There's a lot of mechanics in there. There's a surprising amount of stuff. It's not just like in the original games where it's literally just press one button to attack and that's it. That's how you beat the bad guy, right? There's so much more to it. It has like more modern day stuff in a good way, right? Usually when I just punched the mic, I'm sorry. Usually when I talk about, like, modern-day aspects in games, I usually say it with a negative connotation of, like, oh, they're adding microtransactions, or they're doing the over-the-shoulder walking as the story happens kind of thing, or, like, oh, here's a tutorial for, like, a special move that's just, like, a little video playing, right? But this is, like, actually a good way of doing this. It's more like an action RPG where, like, you can do, you know, like, numbered damage, and there's, like, health bars and skill trees where you can keep upgrading your stuff. A ton of different characters, open world exploration, semi-open world exploration, while still maintaining all the canon Star Wars stuff intact. It seems like the worlds are just so much bigger where you can just move around and do whatever. They didn't really talk about like co-op or anything like that. These Lego games are pretty notorious for being good like multiplayer games where you can play alongside at least one other person, right? So I don't know if there's going to be local co-op and then online co-op, but that'd be fun, you know, for the people that want it. Lego games are usually good for that kind of stuff. I am super down with just playing it on my own, right? Playing it single player, but if you told me that this was like a Lego Star Wars MMO, I would believe you, because it certainly has the aspects of it, right? It looks big and open enough for you to be able to kind of, you know, shove a big online server onto this and then play online with a bunch of people. But yeah, it just looks so cool, man. I love the details of all of the little Lego pieces and the wear and tear on, like, the hair, and if you're in a desert place, you have sand all over you. If you're in an ice planet, you have, like you know, snow and everything on top of you. The cutscenes, nobody takes anything seriously, which I think is great. Little subtle jokes, right? Like, it's just a parody of itself, in a good way, right? Not in this embarrassing lack of self-awareness kind of way, but because you are super self-aware. The fact that they're giving away, like, a Luke Skywalker blue milk minifigure, like an actual Lego of Luke, in the physical edition is just really, really, really great. And I really am wondering how much more DLC they're gonna do. To me, this feels like this might be the only one. You know, like, they're not gonna overload too many people with DLC. Like, what else can they put in there, right? When they already have so much stuff already shoved into, this one game at launch, right? So yeah, Also, stuff like the fire. The fire is also Lego pieces. The thunder sometimes is also like Lego pieces. I remember there's like a part in episode 6 where the Emperor's like trying to hit Luke with the electricity, and it's like this little piece of plastic and stuff that kind of looks like lightning. And is like screw this, like like throws it at him when it doesn't work. You know, Han and Greedo like just shooting each other. It's so stupid in a good way, and I am very much looking forward to it. April cannot come soon enough.